everyone. In this video, I'd like to give you a quick rundown of what's in my workshop. This is a place where I process and cut gemstones, make jewelry, and also arts and crafts. It only measures 5 meters by 2.5 meters, so I have to maximize the space to fit all the machines I need for processing the gemstones that we find. So right now, what you're seeing on the screen is the gem cutting and processing area. So first up, I've got my gemstone tumbler. Next to it is a trim saw, and it has a thin blade. This is used for cutting or trimming precious gemstones. And for cutting semi-precious gemstones wherein I don't mind if I lose a lot of material, I use the saw on the left hand side here. And this is a general purpose saw. This is for semi-precious gemstones like agates and jasper or quartz. It's basically general gemstones that are abundantly available. And I have 2 faceting machines. This one I mainly use for flat lapping to create the flat surface at the back of the cabochon. And this faceting machine I use for cutting gemstones like this. I also have this microscope for looking into the gemstones so we can see the flaws better. And next to it I've got an ultrasonic cleaner, and that one is just to put bits and pieces of whatever I've got. This is a template for getting the shape of the stones, or different templates. And this is my sorting station, and I have a light box here to inspect the colors of the gemstone so I can see it better. And above that, I've got shelves for storing all sorts of bits and pieces, filled up to the top with boxes of things that I rarely use. So on both sides, and I've got a light here as well, and this one can be used for that grinder there, or this one, or also pivot to the other side here where my saw is. And I'll just put that one back there. That's to stop the splashing of the water. Bits of perspex. And next to my sink here, I have 2 grinding machines. So this one holds the wheels with the coarse grits, and this one holds the wheels with the finer grits. As you can see, I've got some opals right now. That's all lined up for each stage of the grinding process. And I still got these caddies I have to install. So I'm having difficult time reaching my brushes, which is underneath, so I have to pull it out, and I'm always struggling with it. So I thought I'll put a caddy on this shelf here. That way they'll be out of the way and can be easily accessible. So on the floor here, I've got some opals right now because I'm sorting through them. And since I have a tile floor, and because I work with gemstones, and sometimes when you're grinding gemstones, what happens is it comes off the dop stick and gets thrown on the floor. Stone and stone, what happens is they will break. So as to stop it from breaking, I put some carpet, and also I've got this rubber mat as well, which was a recycled one, and also carpet over here as well, where I have my wire wrapping beading table. And right now it's also a drilling table because I'm just about ready to drill some holes onto these gemstones that I've got here. And also it's only a small table, but it works well for me, where I've got a caddy there for my tools, and also in between the other table, because I've got another table here which is my metal smithing. And of course opposite that is where my main faceting machine for cutting those pretty gemstones like those ones. And of course you can never ever have enough storage containers. So I've got a light here as well. And above that, I used to have a light, this light as well for above lighting, so I can see better, but that packed it in. So now I just use it for Pedro to sit on, because every time I'm in the workshop, he comes in here as well. And so he prefers to sit there where he can look out the window. And of course, storage and books. Also, those are jewelries that I've already finished. And up the top, bits and pieces. Also on the other side, I got tools and jewelry making materials, and also arts and crafts. And more caddy area for my opals. I've sorted them through and put them in separate containers. And if you can see behind the door as well, those are rags and aprons and containers. Also, I got a small section here with different types of rocks. So I've maximized everything, or use up every single space I have here. And also underneath, I forgot to show you this. I've got, this is what you call a Vibrolab. And this machine, so as you can see, there's a motor in the bottom there, and this whole thing actually shakes from side to side like that. So, because if you have big pieces of gemstones like this one, this is a rhodonite slab. So to get it looking like that instead of the dull look on the left hand side, this is what we use, and you put it there, and that thing's got a grid and it vibrates and polishes it, so you can have something that looks like that, nice and shiny. And see, these ones are all done with in that Vibrolab. Again, that one. So big pieces like that, or even so that's only small, but if you have to do it on the grinding machine, it's gonna take ages. So what one does is put it, or what I do is put it on the Vibrolab and then just let it grind away or vibrate away to polish them eventually. And also under the bench are just containers containing gemstones. Those ones as well, still gotta fill that up, and I've got a space, or an empty space here now, to put the opals that I've sorted through. So as you can see, I still got a long way to go. Still have to sort through all of that. So that's a quick rundown of my workshop, and if any of you would like to know anything about the uses of different equipments that I have here, please feel free to ask some questions. So that's all for now, and thank you very much for watching.